I guess it makes like an important detail is that this tournament is hosted by Kashim.
True. True. I forgot. True. We didn't really get to talk about it, but massive shout out to Kashim and CynicalDeath. If you're in the chat and if you're tuning in and you're like, what is the Kashynical Open Cup? Well, a couple of months ago, I think the first one was last year actually. Both Cynical and Kashim, who are very, very who are the best of the best when it comes to Wikipedia moderators and admins, and management. I don't know what their actual role is, but in Wikipedia
admin.
Yeah, admins.
Volunteer admin.
Yes, they were actually paid by Alpha X for helping run an event. And when that happened, they're like, we appreciate the money that we got, but we would rather put this to better use. And they decided to sponsor a tournament. This very tournament, actually.
Yeah, basically it was like, they do Wikipedia because they like doing Wikipedia, like it's their choice to do it. So they don't need to be paid for this, but they can use this money for something else. So, as we are on Berlingrad LE, we have the Orange Protoss player. A good point. What team is he representing? I didn't get to introduce him before.
Hassel.
Oh yeah, Hasu. It is Mindel, or MindelVK.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the South Korean Zerg player representing KaiZ Gaming, KZG. It is Solar.
Also, I wanted to say, since we were talking about Kashim and the Polish player, really, this is just a funara to CynicalDeath. Where are the Italians?
Yo, where are the Italians? True, Los Italianos, man. What's going on? Oh my god!
I know that Kashim is like more involved in the Polish scene. I'm not sure if Cynical has connections there.
Yeah, I know there is one. I believe there is like a regional Italian tournament that runs every now and then. We've seen it before.
I've seen one on the ESL website. I'm not sure who exactly runs it or like if it's casted anyway, but I've seen it before.
Yeah, like there is an Italian scene.
There's also sometimes during DreamHack events you see the channel Mobius SC2. Yep. They're casted in Italian.
Yeah.
So there are people there.
Definitely. There definitely is an Italian community. We're just saying, Cynical. It would be nice to see some representation sometimes. You get the word out there. But regardless, we really do appreciate what you do for everyone.
I mean, look, you can't be everywhere, okay?
True. And speaking of being everywhere, that's exactly not where this Overlord is, as it does get sniped, forcing a little bit of a supply block here from Solar, and this is a very nice cheeky win. Again, my eyes are on MindelVK. Everyone, I'm sure, is looking at Solar to maybe even make it all the way to the Grand Finals today. Maybe even a favorite for this entire tournament. And I wouldn't blame you, but MindelVK, an up-and-comer, a semi-pro, more of an amateur player, someone who isn't like renowned, he just took down Demi.
That he did. By the way, do you think, okay, chat, we're taking bets. Which building will we see two of this game?
Oh god.
Bet now, there's no prize.
We should also say which tech building, okay? Because gateways and robos don't count, and stargates don't count. Okay, which tech building?
Hold on. I have to fix something because I see that Cynical just got timed out from the channel.
Did he post a link? What happened?
I think so.
Oh no, we'll get onto that, Cynical. I'm sorry. I'm so. Oh no, we're gonna get banned from covering his events. We banned it. What have we done?
Look, first we expose him on stream, and then he gets banned when he tries to defend himself.
Oh god, we'll give you some rights. Don't worry about it. We'll give you some rights. Kashim as well. Oh god. As we are getting.
I'm surprised they don't have it yet.
Yeah. But as we are getting into game number 2, and once again, this is not the first time we've seen this. This happened in game 2 of Mindel versus Demi. He is going for a Blink Stalker opener. Previously, this was with 6 gateways, and once again, 6 gates coming out here from Mindel.
Yeah. And once again, the Stalkers, but does Solar like to go mutas like Demi does?
Well, what I would say is look at the drone count. At this point, when Mindel pushed out, Demi had 60 drones. Solar now only has 43. We have so many more Lings, so many more Roaches, we have Queens, we have everything that we need to defend. Solar may lose the Queen. Oh, we have a transfuse just at the last moment, but we do have, again, it did go down, but the army's getting pushed all the way back to the Warp Prism.
Ooh. Look how many Lings there are as well. They are actually easily surrounding the Stalkers despite the Blink. The Blink may save them for now, but they are being chased all over the map.
Yeah, exactly. These Stalkers are being hunted down. Mindel wanted to be the one applying pressure, but no, it is Solar instead. He shuts down this push. Not just shutting down this push, but he's looking to counterattack. 26 more Lings are in production. Solar wants to go across the map.
Yeah, with Ravagers as well, so he will be able to go through this wall fairly easily. There's quite a bit of Stalkers though, so...
Yeah, I'm just a little bit concerned because you know what I don't see? I don't see any shield batteries. I don't see overcharge potential either. Oh god, he's getting in!
Shield batteries. Ooh, he just gets in, kills the Adepts, and now the Lings are flooding in.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about it. Stalkers do not do well against Lings whatsoever. Everything gets depowered here on the front line. We do have a couple more gates in the main base, but again, everything here is falling to these Lings. And Solar, like, he's even getting a lair behind this, but mate, I don't think he needs it.
Yeah. That was pretty strong.
GG, well played. Solar does take game number 1 and does respect his opponent enough not to overdrone, right? He was playing relatively cautious, relatively safe, and unlike Demi, he was not punished for his greed.
By the way, I have to tell you something funny. So, shout out to ARJ Skater for gifting 5 subs. Big shout out to ARJ, but guess who got the sub?
Oh god, did Yaku get the sub?
Solar.
Oh! Thank you so much, ARJ Skater. I apologize. We didn't kind of acknowledge it as it was happening because it was in the middle of a fight, or it was in the middle of the game. But thank you so much for the gifted subs, and shout out to Solar. He is now 1 with the Ducklings. Quack.
Yes. How fitting for Solar to get this sub.
Oh my god, do I notice anyone else? Vincent got it, the Hong Kong player. Who else? Oh my god, Quirky actually got one as well.
Yeah, Quirky got one.
Oh god.
Also, apparently Sinica was trying to post the history of the Kashynical Cup.
Oh.
Also,
Okay.
I don't have Kashim's name. Somebody give me Kashim's Twitch so I can add him.
He was in the chat earlier. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it was so long ago that I can't scroll the time.
Kashim 93. All one word.
93, okay.
Yeah, Kashim 93. There you go. Shaking my head, shaking my head. Yes, here we go. We are looking to dive into game number 2. No bias, but I mean, Solar is now a sub to our Twitch channel, so
Yeah, yes, you know, like Solar is now part of the community, so you know.
He is. Can't wait.
Willingly or not.
Can't wait for him to win and then show up in the chat and spam some ducks, mate. Ah!
Look, you're the one. Good job.
As Terran too.
Yes.
Very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, look, not everybody has a good off race, but Solar did it. And in such a short time, too.
True.
Very impressive.
Oh, God. But, yeah, obviously, we did have the wrong races there, so we're going to have to remake the lobby and make sure we get everyone in, making sure everyone is the correct race.
Logic says you don't want to run into Solar Zerg in a dark alley at midnight. I mean, yeah, that's fairly accurate description of what happened. Like you know, Mindel did a similar attack he did against Demi, where it went not bad. But Solar was so much more ready for this.
Yeah, he was very prepared for anything that was going to come his way, whether it was going to be Glaive Adepts or Stalkers or even something along the lines of Charge Lots. He was ready, despite not being able to get into the main base and scouting things.
Yeah. Chat is catching up. Anyways, we are on Pride of Altaris. One of the more interesting maps visually, I have to say. And once again, we are in the base of the Orange Protoss, representing Hasu, as well as Russia. It is MindelVK.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Pride of Altaris LE, we have not the Terran, but the South Korean Zerg player. He is blue, representing KZ Gaming. KZG. It is Solar.
So, what do you think VK stands for?
I'll be honest, I thought that he was like, it's kind of leftover, and maybe he was from Team VK. I remember, if you remember Team VK, they used to have some European players. So like,
Yeah, Vicious Killers, right?
Yeah, Vicious Killers.
There's also, I'm pretty sure there is a website in I think it's a Russian website called VK.
Oh, there you go.
But I have no idea where this comes from. I just know. It sounds similar.
Yeah, if you're in the chat, let us know where VK comes from and if it has any kind of meaning. Speaking of meaning, we do have a Gate Forge opener here from MindelVK. He's going to be looking to cannon rush and deny the greed of Solar, deny the gold base.
Yeah, how convenient that Solar decided to expand to this base and Mindel is like, haha, cannons.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly, he's just waiting for the moment. We do have the Forge about to finish up. Solar does scout with his Overlord, so he knows the pylon is here. So he should not let this hatchery finish. And there we go, Solar already throws down the natural at his natural.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a bit of a waste of time, right? Because this base was like halfway done, if not more. And so you have to wait for this base a little bit longer, but... I guess he saved most of the resources.
Oh, he just barely gets in time to deny this third base. Is he going to throw down a pylon? No.
Nah. Look, Mindel doesn't want to be too annoying to Solar, okay? We know how that worked last time.
Yeah, and I don't know about this. Like, he shows up with a Zealot, which is nice, because he did make a Zealot earlier, but we already have Lings on the way here from Solar, so he should be able to deal with this, and he should be able to keep this third base up and running.
Yeah, I actually don't think there's enough damage output to do anything to this hatchery, so this is more of a poke into Solar than any serious attack.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Mindel accidentally made a Zealot, so because of that, he's like, I gotta do something with this, right? So we'll just go across the map and try and trade, force out some Lings, and do whatever I can. So, you know, at least he's doing something here. Again, what's important is what we mentioned, and that is the fact that MindelVK did delay the natural base for a pretty long time.
And if nothing else, you know, as they say, attention is a resource, so, like, if you can keep Solar busy with something for a little bit longer, that's always useful.
Definitely. Meanwhile, we do see MindelVK now embracing that Sky Toss once again, just like he did in Game 3 versus Demi. And just like that game as well, Solar is looking to dive in, and he will scout that Stargate.
So, what are we thinking? Is this double Oracle again?
I'm going to assume so, just because so far we've only seen 3 different builds from Mindel, and he's been cycling through them. So I'm going to guess that, but oh, never mind, he goes for +1 air attack.
And a second Stargate as well.
Yeah.
This one is in the natural, so Solar hasn't seen it yet, and it doesn't look like he's going to.
Oh, I don't know if I like this.
Is that you? Haste?
So this madman in PvZ, he's bringing it back to Heart of the Swarm. He is not going for double Stargate Void Ray. He's going double Stargate Phoenix? Question mark? Okay, no, there we go.
No, this is just a mind game. I was gonna say.
It's a weird mind game, though. It's weird.
It is.
Because, like, he shows the Phoenix to Solar, essentially, and then he switches back. But, like, I'm sure Solar has, like, a question mark on his face. And, like, preparing for Phoenixes, you kind of prepare for them the same way you prepare for Void Rays, right? Like,
I guess so. But, you know, maybe that's kind of the point. Like Solar looks at this, he's like, what? and, like, you know, he's so confused that he doesn't know what to do next, right?
Exactly. Meanwhile, he does scout, and with that scout, he does confirm the second Stargate, and he even sees that a Void Ray is being made. So now he knows for certain that, okay, like, if there was a Phoenix, it was only one Phoenix. Like, he knows that it's more standard than that now.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna go to standard after all. And there's quite a few queens on Solar's side. He's going into roaches with that, so I guess we may see a queen walk.
Yeah. I'd be very surprised if he goes for it, but I mean, he's making roaches behind this, so he's gonna be sending everything across the map here to hit this third base. We need shield batteries. We need as much stack defense as possible. Solar dips in, and he scouts, confirms that, hey, you honestly don't have too much here. I can pull this off.
Yeah, this third base will be very difficult to defend because of how many ways to enter it there is. And these Void Rays are trying to hunt out the queens, but there's quite a few of them here.
Oh god, that's a good question. I mean, what I will say is that at least the shield batteries are finishing up. We need the Nexus though for that overcharge. Mindel needs a little bit more time. Meanwhile, behind this, more Lings, Roaches, and Ravagers are flooding across the map. Solar is going to hit so hard here.
Oh yeah, this is a lot of army. This is what, 4 Void Rays now? 5 Void Rays.
5 Void Rays with +1. Yeah, they do a decent job at dodging the bars for now. There we go, we have the overcharge, but that shield battery is so exposed.
Yeah, both shield batteries are left in the front. There's only one of them now. And I'm not sure this is enough Void Rays to hold this.
Yeah, we'll see. There's some nice target fire. He does take down a couple of those queens, but ooh, a Bile does connect. One of the Void Rays does get sniped out of the sky, and all this stack defense, it's slowly falling.
Yeah, the only shield battery currently active is out of energy, so these Void Rays have to back down, and this base is lost.
Yeah.
He may hold on to the natural, but is that good enough?
I mean, I'm sure Sol is content with just killing this third base. He's getting a lair behind this, like he is continuing to tech up. Oh god, Mindel has to be so careful with how he engages. Again, he wants to trade as best he can. He knows that he is going to lose this third. Oh. Ugh.
Yeah, there's no saving it. Once again, as I said, like it's very difficult to defend, and like a lot of his shield batteries were in the front where they were just destroyed by the Lings and Ravagers. But this natural is much harder to attack, so.
Yeah, and now we're going to enter a scenario where Mindel, he holds, and he has a lot of Void Rays. Quickly checking. Okay, he doesn't have Void Ray speed, just regular +1 Void Rays. But he has a lot of them. He can go across the map, kill these queens, and maybe snipe a hatchery. That's the ideal scenario right now. The problem is that Solar has been pumping out non-stop queens at home.
Exactly. He does get these 2 that were trying to go back home, but they're already 3 per base at home, so... Yeah, I don't know, this may be rough.
Yeah, like he has to deal some damage here. There's he can't go home with nothing. He's gonna try and focus down the queen, but again, there's plenty of energy for transfuse. There are plenty of Ravagers as well to force some micro, and at the same time, Lings go for a run by. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this Nexus is in danger once again, and there is nothing to defend this because all the Voyagers are on the other side of the map.
Exactly. In the end, they do get recalled back home, and this will just give Solar more time. And this means that these Void Rays essentially did nothing. In the reality, they would have been better off just staying at home, because then at least the third base would have gotten up.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, they didn't get like any bases. Like, they only got the 2 queens that were on the way, and that's pretty much it.
Exactly. He's in a really rough position. Finally, we see Fleet Beacon. Honestly, this was needed earlier. Like, if Mindel had Flux Veins, Void Ray speed, then maybe he could have made... He would have been able to do something and, like, micro through the buildings, through the bases, sniped off a couple of high-tech units or high-tech buildings, like a Hydroden or a lair or something. But he's just been stuck at home.
Yeah, I wonder if it would be more successful for him if he went like more around the bases rather than just going for, frontal attack, because all the queens were right there in the middle waiting for him. But there's a lot of like, airspace where you can sneak by.
Yeah, definitely. Even if it's just to deny the 4th base, for example. Like, there's no creep here. Like, if the Void Ray showed up earlier, especially, now the queens are here to defend it. But much earlier, if there was something to scout this, Void Rays would have been able to deny this and keep Solar on 3 bases for a little bit longer. But now that we have a 4th base, Solar, he's fully saturated. Like, look at that drone count, it's looking pretty healthy. We have Hydras now for the next wave, and once Hydras come out, you need something other than Skytoss. You need, Storm or Colossus or Zealots and Archons or anything else.
No, Voiders are not gonna do it. And there's so many Hydras now as well with this army.
Yeah, and MindelVK is completely missing this. Quickly checking, do we have recall off cooldown? We do not. We need a little bit more time before he can recall again. So now he's kind of committed. Now he has to kind of try and go for a base trade again.
Yeah. It looks like he's gonna attack the natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just targeting the base. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Both of them are getting supply blocked, funnily enough.
They are. Unfortunately, one player has much higher supply than the other. And oh no, now the Void Rays are fighting the Queens. That's not what you want to be doing. Some of the Void Rays are going to get picked up here. Aye. The Transfuses are pretty good. Solo trading as best he can. At the same time, the Hydras are going unhindered. And GG gets called.
Gee. Solar takes out the Protoss. Swarms the bases.
He does. I accidentally pressed the wrong button, but there we go. GG. Well played. Congratulations, Solar. He does take down Mindel 2-0, which, to be fair, is kind of what we expected. And now, he'll be going up against one of the Polski boys, Cristiano.
Oh. Cristiano is one of these players that just pops up in every weekly ever. It's always there.
Oh, yeah. He is one of the most active European players, period. So, yeah, he's been able to find a lot of success online as well. But how will he do here? I do know that, I did hear that he actually got some surprising results. During the DreamHack Last Chance qualifiers, he actually took down Bjorn in a best of 5.
Ooh. That's interesting. Like, I mean, you know, Bjorn also like had his break, like he has his research and so on and so forth. But still, taking down Bjorn this is still quite an achievement.
Oh yeah, definitely.